Good morning, everybody. It's currently around about 7:30 in the morning. I'm currently in Frinvillier, behind me here. Behind me as well is the start of the Chasseral, start of part 6 of the Jura Crest, Etappe 6. So, yeah. I've never actually been to Frinvillier. This is my first time here. I originally would have, when I finished stage 5.99 last year, I would have come down this hill in front of me here from plan, but well, that didn't go quite according to plan now, did it? Sorry, I had to put that in there, but yeah. Today's a doozy, 1,300 meters of elevation gain. Today is only going to be part 6. I might, depending on time and energy level, try and push through part 7 as well, but I'm not planning that far ahead. If it's doable, it's doable. If it's not, well, there's always tomorrow. So yeah, let's have a look. See, we've got signage here, and yeah, let's get to it. So, pardon the noise of construction, but I just thought I'd take a minute to talk about the geography of Frinvillier. So, yeah. I mean, I know there's quite a bit of trees in the way, but basically, what I wanted to quickly say was Frinvillier is a natural choke point in the mountains because you've got a few major road arteries, a railway, and as you would expect, yes, there is a military fortification here. I believe, from what I've seen pictures on the internet, is that it's mountain artillery and you can visit it. So that I might come back here for another sort of museum day, but yeah, I mean, you can definitely see why they put one here. You know, you've got the valley opening here, and the valley on the other side there splits off in two separate directions, one going off that way, one going off that way, which, yeah, I mean, it makes sense that you'd put something here. So exactly as we've seen with the Dragon's Teeth chain in earlier videos of this series, then yeah. Now, I did not expect to stumble across this today. It looks like some, I mean, it's an old ruin, is what it looks like. What it is, I don't know. I'm guessing, just because of the geography, the fact that we are on top of some cliffs. And there is a road down there. You've got a river You've got a valley. Considering that there is a World War II fortification here as well, I would say that this has been a natural choke point for a good few hundred years, just based on the geography and the terrain. Granted, you wouldn't have all these trees here at the time. It'd be a little bit different. You wouldn't have the big cement works down there, but when you'd still be able to gauge people coming up and down the valley and so on and so forth. I'm guessing that this is just the rock base, and given the fact there is a stairway there, I'm guessing that the rest of it was probably constructed of wood. I'm guessing. But yeah, as I normally do, well, I mean, I definitely have a friend who would be able to tell me a lot more about this, roughly. But as with anything that I find interesting on an exploration, I will find more information on this online and post it in the description, because yeah, I like learning new things. So yeah, now let's carry on with this ascent. I mean, progress is going well, but yeah, moving on. Well, definitely looks like the clouds are closing in above me, and behind me I have been able to see a little bit of the Alps, but I haven't seen the whole vista that I saw last time I was up on the Weissenstein. So yeah, it's a little bit different, but you know, it's gonna be just as much fun, all the same. So yeah, just past 300 meters, give or take. So only another 1,000 to go. Yay. So, the terrain has eased up a little bit. Still plodding along uphill, but it's definitely, I think, the steepest part is behind me. So yeah, basically you're walking up more or less, following a cliff face, and then when you get to this point, you're actually on the ridge itself. So yeah, on the other side there, some cliffs that we've seen. Oh, I've seen. Well, we, because you're on the camera, cliffs, and then yeah, just keep going. Lots of cool rocky artwork here, such as that. I've also seen a couple of cairns as well. So yeah. I've never actually heard deer vocalizations before. And to actually see this in the wild is insane. I'm just going to move slowly. I've got a few pictures of him. But yeah, my GoPro's not going to pick it up, but here he is. Well, I'm guessing that's the remains of a pigeon, judging by the feather coloration. The culprit will probably be that. So there is a little bit of descent on today's path, which is why I had to quickly change layers, because knowing me, I don't work as hard walking down as I do walking up, and I don't want to get ill. So yeah. Yeah, based on the topo map, I wasn't really looking forward to this next stage because it was long and steep, but now actually seeing it in person, it's not too bad. So righto, so I've made it to the top of the penultimate climb. All I have to do now is just keep going this way. It's going to be very gentle for this part, and then it gets quite steep. Then we've made it to the top of the Chasseral. Now, I know I said earlier that I was going to try and do 2 stages in one. I've opted to go for a safer choice, and basically I'm just going to do the Chasseral stage 1 today. The main reason I'm not doing 2 stages in one is because this is again new territory for me. I do have to walk through a gorge, nighttime, factor in the potential for mist. That's not really something I want to play around with. So Well, just under 5 hours into the hike now, and I bumped into my first people. So, yeah. Wind is definitely picking up. One last little descent now, and then it's officially on the up and up for 400 meters to the Chasseral, and then I think it's 700 meters descent down to Nods, where I'll catch public transport home. So yeah, let's do it. Okay, now this pine tree has been felled fairly recently, and it's trees like this that you want to look for, because in the wood here, see all of this sap? That burns really, really well. That is very, very good tinder. So yeah, I don't have any, I mean, I might have a means of collecting the resin. No, I'm not going to do that. No, I'm not sap foraging today. Or, yeah, you've probably heard me mention this many times before, but yeah, it's one of the main reasons why wildfires, especially in coniferous forests, are so bad, is because the resin, the tree sap, is highly, highly flammable. So yeah, you can see here like how all of this has basically glued all of these little wood chips, and that's not one of the, I mean, don't get me wrong, pine resin is great as a fire starter, but if you mix it with ash from a campfire, then you can make a really, really good glue. Pine, I think it's tar pitch, I think is the name of it, or is it pine? I think it's tar pitch. Yeah, so you can make, you use, basically it's really good for storing as a natural glue resin. So if you're into like your primitive living skills, you know, flint knapping, that sort of thing, and you have like a piece of bone or a piece of wood that you want to use as a handle for, say, a flint knife, then what you do is you just basically put a lot of tar pitch around the blade into the handle, job done. But yeah, that's one of the many reasons why I love pine trees. Not just because they look absolutely cool, but it's because the wood, I mean, it's a very soft wood, so it's good for carving, good for making furniture, and a lot of the times the boughs are relatively straight, so I mean it's good for shelter building as well. Yeah, sorry, I just like pine trees. It's a shame that this one has indeed been cut down, but yeah. Okay, so that down there in the distance is Neuenburgersee, Lake Neuchâtel. So yeah, it's crazy just how far I've actually walked. It's mind-boggling. I think no. Next stage, I will be officially halfway done with this project. Yeah, I'm not going to go into why I stopped last year and sort of lost my motivation, but the main thing was that I had national service duties in May, and basically as soon as I got back from that, it was peak season at work and just peak hiking season in general, which means that this trail would not have been fun. But yeah, no, yeah, I am going to do a rain check about tomorrow, just because the weather does look to be closing in a little bit, but I'll make a decision on that at some point later today or first thing tomorrow morning. If I come out here and I find go, no go, well, I'll figure something out. So yeah, that's it. Okay, so this is it, the final slog up the hill, and we've made it. I think I've only got, yeah, I've just got about 4 kilometers to go, and then I've got another 3. Yeah, but basically I've got 7 kilometers before I'm fully finished, but 4 when I've finished this Etappe. So yeah, I think it's time for enough jibber jabber and time to get moving. So you see, this is why I didn't come up here last week, because I had the opportunity to be here last weekend, but instead I went and did the Rus because of the wind. Yeah, there's an old tree, dead tree, classic widowmaker. And they were saying it was going to be around about 80. I mean, I know overnight wind speed was around about 120 kilometers an hour, during the day would have dropped anywhere between 60 and 80. I thought about doing this, as it would be a little bit quieter, but common sense prevailed and I decided against it. Stayed in lowland territory because at least then my chance of getting flattened by a tree were a little bit lower. So yeah. You know, one thing I've definitely forgotten to mention is I have now passed where I started the Jura tour with the pack raft back in 2022. So yeah, I was in Biel-Bien today with the public transport. I've officially done it. I have pack raft. I've basically done the entire stage, which I mean is totally doable if you want to go from Brugg to Biel, like hike up on the Jura henweg, and then, you know, pack raft, shove it in a rucksack, take it down with you, job done. Jura, it's a nice, let's see, I think that's 3 to 4 stages. 4 stages up, 2 down. That's a very easy 6-day trip right there. Yeah, I think, do not quote me on that, I think it is a 6-day trip. Give it a week plus minus. I mean, yeah, because I think, because when I did the Jura tour, I didn't do stage and stage. I conjoined them, so I think that's the route. Yeah, might be around about a week, give or take, but yeah, almost there now. Only 200 meters of elevation to go, and then topped out, which is ideal. And then probably going to spend maybe 10-15 minutes photo shoot, and then we're done. Okay, so behind me are 3 different lakes. That one there at the back is Lac de Morat. That one down there is Neuburgersee. And then that one there is Bielersee. Yes, I have just planned potentially another little project involving those, but I'll have a look-see, because it is, looking at it, definitely doable. I'll just need to run the river between, or recce the river between Neuburgersee and Bielersee, as I don't really know what that entails, but it definitely looks doable. Definitely looks doable. Well, picking up with people again. And you know, the one thing I will say about this stretch of the hike is it's very much, are we there yet? Almost. Because just when you think it's going to keep going up and up and up and up, oh no. It goes back down. And then you think, oh, this is it. This stretch up here is going to be the last one, and then I will be able to get to the summit. No, 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 no. Well, this is the view behind me. And you can see Neuburgersee, Bielersee and Lac de Marat, as well as the Weissenstein, Solothurn, Bern is over there in the distance. I think a few other towns. I definitely would not be able to see it from here, but no. I thought I saw Zurich for the moment, but obviously not. My days, this is... I am happy to be back doing this. Is that a mountain? Oh, and you can still see the Schwarzwald over there. And finally, destination is in sight. I am so just chuffed with that, because yeah, now it's just, now I just need to hightail it for 90 minutes, as long as I have, because the bus that I need to get is once every hour, and as long as I have less than half an hour to wait, I am happy. So yeah, pressing onwards. battery's getting a bit low, so I'm just going to use this battery until, well, it pops, and well, we'll cross that bridge if and when we get to it. Because I don't think I'm going to stop again to change the batteries, because I'm around about 5-10 minutes, I think maybe half an hour at most before I call it quits for today. So, because I'm not going to film the downwards journey, because that's not actually part of the route. So yeah, I digress. Moving on. Again, thought it was going to be up and up. No, once again, we are descending for what I hope, genuinely hope, is the final time this hike. I believe that down there is Nods, which is where I'm getting public transport, and it's also where I will be starting again. Either it is also where I'll be restarting this. It'll either be tomorrow or on Friday, depending on how tired I am today and the weather. So yeah, almost there, almost there now. I really probably should have done a few more training hikes before this, but I am happy to have almost done it. At the moment, I'm a lot happier when I've actually finished. So yeah, because really, the telecoms tower over there is the actual end point of this Etappe. I swear, this is the most infuriating 22 kilometer stretch. Is it this one that's 22? Is it? I don't know. I'll have to check to see what the actual distance is of this stage, but it is the last kilometer, or basically from the start of this ridge, in between that gap of trees right there, is the most rage-inducing stretch I've ever felt. Because it's like you feel, oh yeah, sweet, I'm going up, going up. I know I've mentioned it many times, but it's like, oh, finally I'm going up, going up, going up. No, back down. Then it's like you think, oh, I've made it to the top. No, there's another one. There's another one. There's another one. But hey ho, we're literally 500 meters now, eyeballing it from the spire. So yeah. It's done. I've finished. Made it to the end of this section of the Chasseral. So yeah, I am tired, hungry, but happy. This is definitely type 1 with a little bit of type 2 fun thrown in there as well. So yeah. Okay, so officially according to the Jura Crest trail guide, oh no, it's just ice falling off the structure there. which is why I'm not going near it. So, yeah. Now then. Ooh, that is some nice powder snow. So, anyways, I digress. According to the Jura Crest guide on Schweizer Mobil, on Swiss Mobility, I am officially finished with the stage as of now. That corner right there, I think. Or anyways, it's somewhere around here that the stage officially finishes. However, I'm not going to film it just because I am pressed for time. The journey continues to the hotel on yonder, so there's not really too much to film in terms of the Chasseral. My journey continues when I next get the opportunity. Either, I'm not going to definitively say tomorrow, but maybe, from Nods down there up to the hotel and then onwards with stage 8, which is then officially halfway of the entire Jura Crest trail, Jura Crest. So yeah, oh, that's convenient. Looks like it's actually a paved road from here on in. So yeah, I am super happy, super excited. I only need 9 more days and then I'm officially finished, because I can just about see Lake Geneva in the distance. So yeah. I've never actually ventured into these parts before, so it should be fun, it should be exciting. Let's get it done.